Welcome into the Clear as Mud podcast. I'm your host, Riveter, joined today by Banana. And while we don't have just hot, steaming news, we got some news and just some funny little stories here and there, what have you. So anyway, with that being said, how you doing, Banana?
I feel like a bag of shit right now. Like whatever blew in over the past week, like on pollen or something. I guess it's springtime in Texas here, and whatever it is, it's just made me stopped up to the gills and feeling like 10 pounds of shit.
I can back your sentiment on that 1,000%, my dude. It's just been, I've been handling it pretty well, and then yesterday morning I woke up and it was rough, and the wife and I was actually supposed to attend a surprise 40th anniversary for a long-term or real long, I don't know, friends we've had for just forever, right? Just forever.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, and we're supposed to have attended it. Big surprise thing, for 40 years married to the same person, man. That's a
triumph right there.
That's a hell of an accomplishment, especially in this day and age.
I couldn't make it through. Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah,
I had to get the fuck out.
So anyway, we were going to go to whatever, but then she and I both just felt like somebody had just basically ran over us with a steamroller, and like drink a lot of water and stuff. But it's just all this gunk, right? This crap just in each. And then today I woke up and my voice is hoarse, and it's just I'm like, geez, really? I mean, really,
did you have a good Palm Sunday though? It's a Holy Week.
Christians there. I'm not even one of those COE Baptists, man. I don't even do Christmas and Easter. Because I just kind of felt like that was even being kind of hypocritical, even though I was just doing it for my mom. My mom loved seeing me and the kids and the wife, sitting in the pew with her on Sunday.
Oh, that makes your mom happy.
Yeah, it does and stuff, right? But then I was like, I just don't subscribe to organized religion, so I just...
hey, Nerdy John.
I just feel hypocritical about shit, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, to be honest, I guess the worst part of my week is, since we're talking about weeks, is like half my workforce quit. And so I've been 6 days a week for the past month now. And, man, it's brutal. We can't find good help. I don't know, guys in the chat, what's work like for you guys? Is it hard for you to find part-time help or keep them? Because all of our part-time helpers are quitting, dropping like flies. They don't want to stick around.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work. They can stay at home and collect a paycheck, They can collect that unemployment.
Where I'm working at, it's kind of a weird type thing, right? Because the success of, I work at a university, right? And so the success is marketed or measured rather against enrollment, right? So the more students you have enrolled, or the more graduate students that you have come back to work, like on their master's or their doctorate, whatever, all that stuff matters. And so our enrollment is way down as far as just new enrollments, kids coming out of high school to join, start college, whatever. The enrollment just
nobody can fucking afford it.
That's
finally hit. Like shit's getting expensive.
That's a lot of it. It really is. I mean, college is not cheap, and what a lot of students. I mean, if you go out and look, you read, just follow news stories. Just go out there and open up newspapers or go to whatever news website that you like to go to, and you'll see that there's you have a lot of people who are in their mid-20s to early 30s and stuff who have graduated college with their bachelor's or their master's or their what have you, and they cannot find employment, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me back up. It's not that they can't find employment, because there's jobs out there by the buku, right? They can't find jobs that is in the area of study that they got their degrees in, right?
Right.
And so, while I am sympathetic to them, I'm thinking also, maybe possibly you should have done a little bit more research and seen, if I get this degree in ancient Mesopotamian language, is it marketable? And if it's not, then maybe you should have looked at maybe, oh, hell, I don't know, getting a degree in nursing, because nursing
Yeah.
is an all-time shortage.
Some
Uh,
real world application. It's like they
yeah,
picked this really esoteric,
yeah,
deep study of like something like,
yeah,
I don't know, pick one, Gnosticism, an ancient
yeah.
religion that died out during the Great Schism. And then they're
Um,
like, why is no one paying me money to talk about this? It's like, I guess the only
yeah.
opportunity they have for work is being a professor,
Sure, if they can find a college that will hire them to teach that,
to
that course
teach the
study.
useless skill that
Yeah,
they acquired.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so, it's kind of like Senator Bernie Sanders put out a tweet the other day because um, at the time it was being discussed whether or not if Biden was going to extend delaying college loan payback, right?
Right.
And so I'm like, he's like, this is, college, Bernie was basically saying college debt should be eradicated. I'm like, no, 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 no. That's the worst possible plan. Because here's why. So if we go into this thing and we say, okay, we're going to build a program, or we're going to put in place some type of law to be able to allow people to go to state colleges or whatever free, right? So they're not going to have to incur whatever it is, 60, 80, $100,000 worth of college debt, right? So
Right.
if we put something like that in place, and then so you have people sign up to go to college to get these degrees or whatever, with the understanding that yes, college is free. All right, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of have a problem, but I don't have it within the context of this was the agreement that they entered into, right? All right.
Right.
However, if you go in and you say, hey, I'm going to borrow this money that you guys to invest in myself to where I'm going to be able to go to college and I'm going to get a degree in whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you get out, that agreement that you signed is that you in good faith are going to pay that money's back, right? I
Right.
did it when I went to school. I wound up borrowing about $10,000 worth of money, and it took me about 15 years or so, but I paid it all back.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
about how much I bought. I took out a $10,000 loan. I had tuition remission. I went to a private university,
Yeah.
and so what I paid for it, what that loan was for, is for like books,
Yeah.
my dorm,
Yeah.
my stuff like that, living
Yeah.
expenses, all that, and I'm still paying it back. So
Well, I actually went to a trade school for 2 years and got a degree in applied electrical engineering, something other, basically IT stuff. And but again, I took out this loan. I agreed to pay this money back, and it
mhm.
was at a real low interest rate and everything. So and I paid it back, and so when a young person goes in and agrees to borrow money, you know, then they need to pay the money back. They need to live up to their obligations, right?
I just don't like that when you have a federally subsidized loan
Mm-hmm.
through a third party private company,
Sure.
those loans are non forgivable. So, meaning if you don't pay it back within the time,
Mm-hmm.
not only are you getting like, and granted, it's like a 5% or lower interest rate because it's a federally subsidized loan,
Yeah.
but you cannot get any kind of forgiveness for those loans, or you can't default on them. You can't bankrupt out of them. So, they
Why
have to
should?
be
But
paid.
why? But yeah, and why shouldn't they be paid?
Well, I just don't like the fact that it's subbed out to a third party
Okay, then
private
don't
company.
then don't take those loans.
Fair enough, but I just don't like that
Well, okay,
because then there's
then
like
don't,
this
don't
guaranteed pay, like pay system for this private entity. Like
okay, but
I don't know,
you
pick one, Navient.
but you took the money out.
I'm okay, right? But I just don't like the third party thing to the private company.
Okay, then
Like if
don't.
the
Okay,
government could like have its own department to handle that, fine. You shouldn't be feeding a private company.
okay, but
Like,
hang on. If the private company is basically being the middleman and doing all the paperwork and whatever else. Okay, which is essentially what they're doing. And the federal government is just basically saying, listen, if you loan these students this money, then we guarantee the money and we guarantee that these people are going to pay the money back, whoever they are that borrows the money. I don't see the problem. It's like this, right? It's like, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get this car knowing darn well that you can't afford the car, right? And then you just want to drive the car and not pay for it. Well,
yeah, but you can bankrupt out of the car, like if you can't afford it. But with federal loan, that you're always going to have that. So you can't ever get away.
Then don't take out a federal loan. Go out and take out a private loan, and don't.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying it's a little sketchy.
It's not sketchy. It's if people that want to gripe about that stuff, then they should take a few minutes and do a little research into what it is they're doing, and not just blindly sign on dotted lines. And that's all I'm going to say. I mean, it's not.
But you're doing the thing like where you blame the consumer for making a stupid decision. I'm blaming for the thing existing in the first place. That's it.
I don't.
Don't have the loan exist.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If consumers were more educated about what they were doing rather than just blindly doing something, right?
And then you wouldn't have things like predatory lending practices, like subprime lending. Yeah.
Bingo.
And then you would have people complaining about it's like, this is the one thing that I've always had an issue with people arguing about racist banks. It's like they'll say redlining's a problem within the African. And it was like, yeah, during the 70s or 80s that may have been true,
sure.
But nowadays it's like, one, that's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you think the bank is going to discriminate on who they take money from? Are you out of your mind? You don't think they want your money based off of your skin color?
Sure.
It's like, so those predatory lending practices are like, well, somebody said to me the other day, they were like, well, I couldn't get a loan, or I couldn't get an apartment complex because I didn't make X amount of money a year. And like, you know what that is? That is to protect you from taking something that a loan that you literally cannot pay back.
Exactly.
That equation that they factor into your loan eligibility.
Sure.
That is to make sure that you are not predatory lent. It's like, do you understand that?
They're protecting you. They're protecting you from your own dumbass is what they're doing.
It just seems like it's. I'm like, it's not.
No,
it's like no. They do the same thing to white people.
Exactly. It's not. Yeah. So.
All
right.
But it's one of those things. So.
Since we've solved the
mortgage crisis,
financial woes, and issues for all the college students out there, let's get on into some of the topics we have today, and if we got time afterward, we can go ahead and revisit this or move on to some other nonsense, whatever. So anyway, this is Demi Martinez, and if I'm saying her name wrong, I apologize from the get-go.
I spy something peculiar about this person. I can't put my fingerprint on it.
Well,
but they don't seem traditionally.
Demi Martinez is a trans female. She is a trans activist.
Oh, there we go.
Anyway, she is alleging that.
Wait, post-op or pre-op?
I don't know. I didn't check and ask.
Oh, okay. Don't ask, don't tell. Go ahead.
Anyway, so she is a trans woman, and she is a trans activist. In this news article here that was written by Kate Tenenbarge.
That name's familiar.
Yeah, she's kind of she has a pretty big presence on Twitter in the circles, at least that I swim about in the different pools that are out there in the Twitter sphere.
Oh, she's that commentary bro. She was hanging around all the commentary bros.
Yes, exactly. She
the Keemstar Ethan war.
Yes, and she's has some run-ins with Tommy C and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
What I will always say about any reporter is just don't. What do you mean?
Kat, you're welcome on anytime.
No.
Are you single?
I'm not giving. What difference does that make?
Well, I'm looking for a wife number 2.
You're not looking for this one. You're not looking for this one. Au contraire,
mon frere. I want somebody to sink the hooks in deeper into my soul and rip all of it from me.
So just to address something real quick, Nerdy says don't don't like River. You got the nudes.
Oh, he's saying lie. Don't lie.
No, he says don't like. I mean, I know I ain't got my glasses on, but I can see that well enough. He says don't like. He probably can't. Well, of course, you know.
He's from Ohio. He can't spell.
Well, that, and here's the fact too. Go back to this whole college thing, right? His mom and dad buying books, send him off to college. You know, he's a sophomore in college and he can't spell lie.
Can't even spell lie.
He can't even spell. Come
Jesus,
on,
Dirty John.
God.
I mean, Riveter. I thought Riveter was bad, but man, you take the cake.
No, I can at least spell lie. No, it's too late. You can't put the asterisk lie up there now. No, it's too late. You've been busted out. Just take your punishment. But anyway,
sir.
So according to Miss Martinez here,
Okay.
she was at a social engagement with some other
So what the fuck is it? Is that one of those quantum entanglement things?
social engagement. No,
What's a social
party.
engagement?
She's like a party. Social.
So this isn't a Jada Pinkett Smith entanglement?
No, it's not Jada Pinkett Smith. This is just a social engagement. It was a party. It says in the Hollywood Hills.
In the USA. That Miley Cyrus song?
Anyway, a spokesman for the LAPD by the name of Rosie Cervantes.
O'Donnell?
No, Rosie Cervantes says that anyway that I guess that Demi and this other this gentleman and I did try to do some digging and research in this. I'm not for sure, and I don't mean to misidentify in any way, but everything I've seen, he still uses the male pronouns. So,
for fuck's sake, who cares?
Well, I try to be respectful.
I mean, like, we try to be respectful, but we're gonna call you what you look like.
Okay, well,
sir, madam.
Denzel Dion is the person's name, and they are a YouTuber, Instagram, so on and so forth. Anyway, according to Demi, what happened was that Demi and Denzel were the last two at this party, and anyway, she was waiting for her Uber ride or whatever it was to come pick her up, and she states that I guess words were exchanged between her and Denzel, and she alleges that Denzel attacked her. Now, Dion, he is denying all of this. He's saying no, it didn't happen.
Good man.
Anyway, but if
now here's a question.
Yeah.
Is it as bad? Because come along with me, audience.
Yeah.
Is it as bad because post-op or pre-op? I don't know. Does it change the rules? Laying hands on. Yeah.
So here's the question, right?
Okay.
I don't think it changed the rules, period, because with them being a trans female, they are a minority, and so therefore,
I was joking.
Okay, but here's the question, right? But there are some. I couldn't find this out there, but there are rumors that around that says that Dion is homosexual. So if he is in fact homosexual, and so if a homosexual attacks a transgender, that's two minorities. So does it still considered a hate crime, or is it nullified?
This is such a. There's so many variables that this might be a new precedent for the Supreme Court.
I don't really know. But anyway,
there's too many minority inclusions in here.
Yeah.
When it comes to the nature of who identifies as what.
The nature of the beast. So.
Yeah.
So anyway, in a Instagram post here.
Obviously, it's horrible that whatever happened to.
Yes.
Miss Martinez. Unfortunate.
Yes.
Whether Dion did it or not.
Exactly. So she took to Instagram, and these are some pictures that she posted on Instagram after the quote alleged assault. These were the steps here, supposedly, that she was thrown down. That caused a lot of the damage to her.
Oh, so she's saying he pushed her.
Well, I think there's more than just pushing. So I can't really read that. So can you read, because I ain't got my glasses on because the allergy
Yeah,
stuff.
one second. I want to address Nerdy.
Okay.
Oh my god, I want to address Nerdy John's comment. The trans and gays are warring. The LGBT, lettuce, gay, bacon, and tomato community will tear each other apart. LOL. Yeah, I've noticed that too. That the gay
Yeah.
people are really going after trans people, and it's because of the fact that if gender doesn't exist, then
Yeah.
gay people don't exist, and they really don't like that, and they're kind of going
Yeah.
after each other. But let me put on my glasses and
Oh,
read
so
this.
you're in the same boat as me then here, right?
On.
Okay. So
Okay, I'm not going to speak off emotion, although I have a million running through my. Hold on.
you look cool, by the way.
I
That
have
double
to.
layers of glasses there.
Thanks, buddy. I have a million running through me right now. I'm strictly going to speak off facts. Denzel and I met a few months ago at a nightclub here in Los Angeles, and he treated me absolutely vile the entire night. I hate this writing. That
Yeah.
night, he made comments about me being trans, saying that he didn't want his best friend at Max Montana anywhere near me. I didn't remember his name, nor have I seen his Instagram until today.
Okay. So here's the next one. Now I can read this one
Obviously.
because the print's real big.
Okay.
Says now for okay. Now as for last night, the more and more I would interact with Max, the more upset Denzel would get. The reason I mention height, weight, stature, and race is because Denzel, you have a very distinct look. You cannot be mistaken for anyone else. Also, as Max's quote best friend, you are not mistaken for anyone else. As the night progressed, so did Denzel's aggression. I brushed it off, and unfortunately was the last person to leave the party waiting for my Uber. And then the events transpired on the steep stairs where Denzel viciously attacked me. Not only did he attack me, but while he was doing so, he said, "This is going to happen every time, every single time I see you." I was in the fetal position, screaming for help. Max and a few others stood some ways away and did nothing. It took you 15 hours for all of you to get together and agree that if no one but your group saw them, maybe we can all lie and say it never happened. Denzel, Max, and the entire group that witnessed it are guilty. And seeing as to how Denzel's been treated after how he treated me, everyone is panicking and doesn't want to be guilty by association. It was 100% you, Denzel, and your denial and fake apology just adds insult to injury. How dare you? I stand in my truth.
My truth.
Now this here is a
My
picture.
truth.
This here is a picture of Denzel.
Okay.
Um,
What is that meant to
from his,
show?
I guess just showing what the gentleman looked like that she's alleging attacked her.
Okay.
Then it says, "How about you give it a go and see if you can last a second getting boxed and your hair ripped out by him." Um, then here's a video where she is showing the outfit she had on that evening and how it was ripped up. There was some blood there on there. You can see the straps and stuff are ripped. So it looked like to me something happened. Now, what that is, I'm not for sure at all. Denzel has denied any involvement in this. He says it didn't happen. There has been a police report filed, and so we will have to kind of, I guess, wait and see what happens.
I don't know. Like, I have a hard time believing that this person would have thrown themselves down the stairs, like
Sure.
just to grift. But also, I'm not stupid enough to believe that they maybe didn't add some kind of flair to the posting there to make it sound more.
As far as
You know.
doctored stuff or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I
Both
don't know.
could be true. Both could be true.
I don't know either one of them. All I can tell you is that there was an allegations made. There was a police report made. Since there was a police report made, I feel comfortable reporting as far as what was being cited.
Yeah,
in
but
the police
you might give
report.
my opinion. You know,
Sure.
just saying.
and you're 100%, able
I mean,
to.
look, it's a party full of the most degenerate people. When I say degenerate people, I mean people that are like, like Hollywood types, actors, people who are trying to get famous, influencers on Instagram.
Sure.
The people they're the type of people that will stab every hand around them to try to get up the ladder of success.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean, I don't care. I care, but I don't care. Like, it's like, so we'll see what happens.
It wouldn't be the first time that we've saw people throughout the history, that at least this podcast has been in existence, where people have made salacious allegations towards somebody else. But the normalcy of something like that, when you feel like it's just primarily a clout gain of some kind, is they'll take to Twitter or to Twitlonger, or they'll take to YouTube or to Instagram, whatever, and they'll just just blast all this uckiness out into the I don't know, the World Wide Web, but they don't ever follow up with law enforcement to file any type of charges or anything like that, right? And
Man, I could just tell you, on the first step getting pushed down, she was probably like, I wish I would have pushed by a more famous person.
Yeah. But the thing of it is too, though, and that's why you and I made the decision, basically in the infancy of this podcast, that we weren't going to cover that crap unless there was some sort of
like pedo shit. Yeah.
Well, anything, and
Sexual
even if it's like assault and stuff, right? Someone alleging assault, whatever, right? If they're not filing police reports, then
it's kind of putting your money where your mouth is, to be honest. If
sure,
you lie to the police, that's a felony. But I mean, but even then, you could call the police out and file a report on something as innocuous as your neighbor standing on the street too long. It's like, so I don't know, grain of salt. But yeah.
Anyway, it's out there. You guys can, and again, if there's some sort of update on it, whatever, we will always try to keep you guys updated on that as well. Speaking of updates, back several months ago, we covered a story involving Todd Chrisley and his family.
Katie Joy.
And Katie Joy.
Bitch.
That basic bitch.
I mean, she works out of her house. She ain't shit. Okay.
She ain't got she ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. She ain't got no money.
She ain't got a goddamn thing.
She ain't got
Katie Joy, you're going to write my name on a check for the rest of your life. Okay.
Exactly. God bless Todd Chrisley.
He's the best, isn't he?
He really is. But anyway, so Katie Joy's been covering this man and his wife. The man's name is Robert Sheehan. And this here is Robert Sheehan.
I love that Under Armour tank top. Look at those titties.
It must be a little chilly because he's got a little bit of little nipply there. But anyway.
Yeah, I nip too, Mr. Shin. Don't let your editor talk down to you. Welcome on the show anytime you like. Get on. Come on, we'll interview you.
So anyway, Robert Sheehan and his wife, and I don't know what her name is, but anyway, they founded this church. It's called the Church of Shekinah, I guess. Shekinah, I don't know how you say it anyway. And they also...
are they like the Moonies?
Dude, I don't know anything about them, okay? And I wasn't bothered enough to actually look up their doctrinal teachings or anything. And they also...
You're in the chat. You know what the Moonies are. Shout out to you. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, give us a big one there, right? And they also created this film production company called 7M. And also a management company. So they got a church.
Wait, 7M?
They got a church, a production company called 7M Films. And
7M. So what is that, like 3M plus 4?
It's 3M. It's 3M times 2 plus 1.
Okay.
Anyway, so they have had allegations levied at them that their church and stuff is a cult. Okay. And so anyway, Katie Joy. Now Katie Joy, this is right up her alley. This is the type of stuff that she covers day in and day out, right? Yeah. She really kind of grew to some infamy when she was covering. What was that woman's name? Oh gosh, she sued her. Mm,
No idea.
come on, I can't remember. Anyway, and then of course they settled out of court or whatever. And then now she's got a lawsuit pending against her right now with Todd Chrisley. And now this guy here, Robert Sheehan, has also Toddy Westbrook, correct? Yes, thank you.
Oh, Toddy Westbrook.
Yeah. And so now this guy here, Robert Sheehan, has also filed a lawsuit against her. So right now she has two pending lawsuits. One is Todd Chrisley, which in the last, and I've been trying to keep up with that and watch, but Todd hasn't said anything. It's been kind of hush hush right now about stuff. The last we got on,
told him to shut the fuck up.
possibly the last thing that they were doing on that was they were moving towards getting it into a class action, and they almost had enough people with actionable cause against Toddy Westbrook to make
Katie
it,
Joy.
or I'm sorry, Katie Joy. Thank you, to make it a class action. Maybe Robert here needs to get with Todd Chrisley and join his.
What do they think? She's like a billionaire? Like, how much juice can you squeeze out of this lemon?
Well,
You
well, right, but they could bankrupt her, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, force her into
Yeah.
bankruptcy. Yeah.
So,
Can't write the checks.
Exactly. Good evening there, Miss Paradox. Welcome in. And but anyway, anyway, she Katie Joy talks about the lawsuit stuff, and
Yeah,
anyway.
Katie Joy shares about the lawsuit. What doesn't she share about? I mean, truly,
right,
at this point,
right.
what does she not share?
Yeah.
There is more that could be said about what she does not talk about. It's because that's the mystery, right? It's like what's there? Because
Yeah.
probably she shines light on all areas of the world. She is the mouth that does not close.
So anyway, I don't know. She, like I say, she's kind of talking about and normally in the like I know when Todd Chrisley filed the lawsuits and stuff against her, she shut up, quit talking about Todd Chrisley. Matter of fact, not only did she shut up, quit talking about Todd Chrisley, all of her back catalog of everything that she'd ever talked about or done about Todd Chrisley disappeared.
She probably got served a gag order.
She very well could have. I do know she was served papers telling her to preserve all everything.
Do not burn. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have an idea. Well, she probably just privated those YouTube videos.
Send all the links to your lawyer, the relevant sources.
Exactly. So anyway, so now
you are to relinquish this info to the court by this date, and if you don't, you are found in contempt of court, and you will be subject to legal action. Yeah. You know about that one.
Yeah. And speaking of court, and kind of while we're on that subject or whatever, if you guys are not followers or subscribed to Tommy C, you might want to here in the next couple of days. There was some really interesting stuff that occurred in a court case involving some YouTubers. I've watched all of the court. It was all streamed live on YouTube. I've watched it all. It's very interesting. We're not going to talk about it on this channel because the party that it involves is completely and totally off the rails of the crazy train. And he has a notorious habit of doxing people and going after them. And, since Banana's already in witness protection program, he felt like that probably wouldn't be a good idea. So
no.
Yeah. So
yeah, we won't be talking about that on this channel.
No, we will not. So anyway, but kind of moving along, we got a little bit of an update. Back a week or two ago, we covered this guy reviewed Quantum Tech USA, or Quantum TV rather, right?
Oh yeah.
Now Quantum TV, which he's almost a 65K YouTuber, right? He went after Mischief, who I think at the time was around just a few thousand subs, and our buddy there, Nerdy, went after him. Nerdy at the time was a I think he was a sub 400 user, subscribed channel. Anyway, um, they went after Rev- Mischief had made a video critiquing the review that Quantum had done on this game called Elden Ring, and we covered all that. Well, the problem is that um, he felt like Quantum had used too much of the video, and he filed a copyright notice against the video. Well, Mischief at the time, because he didn't have time to deal with it at the time, so he just deleted the video. Um, uh, and by doing so, it removed the file, the claim, whatever. That Now Quantum put out a thing how he removed the whatever. I don't have. I've never been in this situation, so I don't know if he actually removed his claim, or when Mischief deleted the video, it removed it, and so it showed that he removed it. It doesn't matter, whatever. Um, but the whole thing with Quantum is he felt like that uh, because he used his picture, because he used parts of his video that did not meet the quote 4 pillars that he keeps uh,
Yeah, whoever
stating.
explained fair use to him should really go. Like, he should take back out
Yeah,
of court, because that's a crime.
yeah,
You're
um,
woefully misinformed about the fucking legal
yeah.
case when it comes to
I'll tell you another thing
fair
that's a
use.
crime is the guy's audio production is absolute shit.
Yeah, he's
Um,
using like some kind of $20 Guitar Hero microphone or something.
I don't know,
Like,
dude. No, he's using the phone. He's using like his phone. Um,
disgusting.
so uh,
What kind of monster uses their phone mic?
I don't know, but anyway. But there was another YouTuber out there. Now this YouTuber is like I think he's like 100K or so YouTuber. His name is ReviewTECH USA. His name's Richie.
Yeah.
So anyway, Rich went in after this guy, right, and made some videos calling him out on the fact that he was filing false copyright. And here's the thing: uh, the Quantum TV found out about the Streisand effect when he started. Is that was saying, "I think thou protesteth too much." People started digging into this guy's past, and they found all kinds of crap. They found homophobic statements. They found racist statements. They found all kinds of stuff. Our buddy Nerdy there actually found a thing where when he was doing a review on the Batman movie that is currently out in theaters or whatever, he when he was addressing the actress Miss Kravitz, which is the daughter of Lenny Kravitz and
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz, yeah, and that's the daughter of Lenny Kravitz and Lisa Bonet, right? Um, anyway, I believe that's correct, and I may be anyway. He referred to her as a half breed. Uh,
Whoa.
yeah, right. So anyway,
Yikes.
so he's racist.
Daywalker.
Yeah, exactly. He's a daywalker. So he's racist. He's homophobic. He blamed all this
Does not
stuff.
like half vampires. It's not
Yeah,
fair.
exactly.
Blade. Hey, I like Blade. Okay, I think Blade should have a seat at the table with the other vampires. You can't just,
Can't just
you can't just
yeah,
be afraid of the sunlight like everybody else. Just because he can
exactly.
walk out in the daytime, it doesn't mean
Yeah.
he's not welcome.
But anyway, so this guy.
It's a
Anyway,
shitty joke. Yeah.
so Review Tech kind of took him to task on him following his, what I believe and what most of the community out there believed, outside of just Quantum TV's fan base, uh,
Yeah.
was fair use, and they did, anyway. They no, you can't do whatever. The bottom line is the answer. We can have our opinions and feel like we're right or whatever, but
Which
um,
I often do. I think I'm right
um,
all the time.
yeah, I know, Nerdy. He was hacked and stuff. The problem was, and I
He was
showed
hacked
this.
in a very yeah. Very small window.
We showed this because of what I captured. He had videos and stuff up that he has subsequently taken down, where it talks. He talks about anti, like the pride flags and things like that. So, and he was addressing this himself. So he can blame it on hackers all he wants. That's a fallacy. It was him doing it, and he's full of shit. So anyway, so he kind of had a problem with Rich making a video on him because, well, you know what? Let's just let Quantum, in his own words here.
Yeah, we won't put words in his mouth.
Explain to us why he had a problem with Rich over at ReviewTECH USA making a video on him. Okay.
Okay.
ReviewTECH USA. He's a large channel.
Okay, I understand, guys. Audio is in one channel right now. It's right now. It's in my right ear. Okay, I understand that.
It's right wing audio.
It's him. It's not us. I mean, I know I have enough issues with
much
technologies.
much like Quantum TV being a right wing Nazi.
Yeah,
you know, puts the audio in the right ear.
We have had our own technical difficulties in the past. So I'm not whatever, but I'm just saying for the record, it's him. It's not me. Okay.
Yeah.
But he's really obsessive. He just continues making videos about me using my face and my thumbnail to try to slander and cancel me at every stretch of the imagination. Now, this wouldn't be a big problem if he didn't have over 900,000 plus subscribers.
Let's stop for a second. So it's a problem because he has over 900,000 subscribers.
So that means we can say whatever we want.
No, we can't.
Oh.
But it was okay for him to go after somebody like Mischief, who had a few, I don't know, maybe, I can't remember what Mischief's, you know what, matter of fact, let's just do this right quick. Let me just pull this up here. Let's just look. Let's see right now how many subscribers Mischief has. Okay, Mischief. Mischief has 8.22K subscribers. That is as it is right now currently. Okay.
Sub 10K guy, yeah.
Okay. Quantum TV has 64.7. Okay. So if Mischief has 8.2 and Quantum has 64K and Nerdy John had like 300 and something, under 400 subs, somebody help me here. Why is it an issue? He didn't have a problem with his larger base going after these smaller YouTubers, but it's all of a sudden it's a problem because ReviewTECH has 900K. Now that's a problem. I don't know. Okay, Nerdy John says he thinks even at the time, actually, he believes Mischief had like a little under 5K. And he might have had, I don't know. I'm just saying even now currently has 6K, right? So just going off current numbers. But I digress. Let's continue on.
Let's hear what he has to say.
But much like Onision, Rich from ReviewTECH USA is a pedophile.
What? Wait, what?
Hang on.
Wait, we just went from first gear to 200 gear. We just jumped into light speed with our little family van, the Griswold family van. What the fuck just happened? Hold on.
Let's set it. I want to make sure we heard this right. Hang on.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be a big problem if he didn't have over 900,000 plus subscribers. But much like Onision, Rich from ReviewTECH USA is a pedophile and, quite frankly, a pretty bad individual on the platform to even still be allowed here.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
So
can we get a supporting contextual evidence as to why?
Yeah, I sure can. You want me to show you where it is?
Yeah, let's see it. Where's the data scoop that he got by lifting CP off this guy's computer or something?
Let me find it here. Let's see here.
What? Huh? What? Look at that giant 5-head. Okay, no, I can't really talk. I have a 5-head too. Never mind. Sorry, Quantum. Takes one to know one, right?
Let me find it here. I think
he compares it to Dion. He went there with luggage and everything. Yeah, he had his whole bag. He has bags packed and everything. He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So right in here, let me bring it back up.
Steve Harvey. You know it's gonna be a good one when Steve's involved.
Cumber, right? And that's justified because it's satire. Let's show you how you act when we talk about children. Remember this, Rich? You say, "I'm gonna say it. I'm a fan of Vosh V. Deal with it. Now, me being a total outsider to the situation, I had to do a little research. I don't know what the hell this is all about. What is a Vosh V? I don't know anything about it. Come to find out, this is another YouTuber that had a live stream where he was pro-pedophilism and, lowering the age of consent, targeting our children. Let me say
Our
that again,
children? Are you
Mr.
dad?
Parent, Mr. I have kids, targeting our children. And this was something that you endorsed. This is a YouTuber you were a fan of. See, when you say you're a fan of somebody, that means I like their work, I like their content, I like their values, I like what they stand for, I like this person, right? You're aligning your beliefs and values with his. You're a fan, okay? So
he goes on to show the clip there. Where,
That doesn't make any sense. I'm a fan of Tim Dillon, who's a gay comedian who often goes on rants about the deep state and hates, is notoriously not a big fan of, right wing political figures. It's so does that make me gay?
Yes, yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
According to his measurement stick, yes.
Also, you keep saying our children. Is he a dad? Does Quantum TV have children?
I guess that's he
fucking
does.
Hope not. I really fucking.
Well, okay. So here's the thing, right? So he shows this tweet by Vosh. He says, Vosh says, it's the way I see it, the age of consent exists out of respect for the numerous power imbalances older people have over younger people. As those imbalances, or at least some of them, are redressed through the advent of socialism, the age of consent should therefore be lowered.
Yeah, I mean, it goes without saying Vosh is a retard, but I like what Miss Paradox says. She says, I don't like Vosh, but man, I am sick of hearing people push the pedo narrative about him. It's he's trying to make a nuanced point, and he failed horribly.
Yeah.
Just because the man likes to be the contrarian every once in a while, does that make him a pedophile? No. He's so until there's evidence of the contrary, maybe let's tone it down. I mean, he is a complete dipshit in a pseudo lecture.
Yes, he's not the brightest bulb in the old box, as they say.
What's interesting though, he went on. This is on his side. He was on Michaela Peterson, Jordan Peterson's daughter's podcast, and where I thought he would have been very rude and disrespectful, he was actually very respectful and considerate. Which was kind of cool, considering he was on somebody's podcast who ideologically kind of is at complete different ends.
Okay, so here's, just for the record, two people can be at totally opposite ends of the political spectrum and still be respectful to each other.
Isn't that crazy?
They should be able to. But it takes both of them being respectful, allowing each one of them to have time to speak and not be rude and interrupt them. Let them get their points out, but then also, if they're allowing you to get your point out, you do not manipulate the conversation. You do not manipulate the time. You say your piece, allow them to rebuttal, then rebut the rebuttal. I mean, it's not, if that means you have to have a mediator there that's keeping a time saying, okay, each person is going to have X amount of time to respond, whatever, so be it, right? That's fine. But I mean, it's okay. But here's the nut of this whole thing, right? Quantum TV flat out calls ReviewTECH a pedophile, calls Onision a pedophile, all because this is his evidence. This is his smoking gun. Not that Rich was caught in any type of a way with a child. Not that Rich was caught with any type of media that would depict those type of pictures and stuff or videos of those type of things. No, why? Because he says he likes Vosh. Well, I got news for you, okay? And this is kind of allow us to lead into this next segment because I'm about through with this, but I'm going to give my closing thoughts on this for a second here.
Sure.
I like Will Smith as an actor.
Does that make you a cuck?
I think he, as an action actor, I think he's great. As a dramatic actor, I think he's great. You go back and you look at the Bad Boys franchise, which was an action-packed, action-based movie franchise. He does an excellent job in that movie. It's enjoyable to sit down and watch, just mindless kind of, two buddies in firefights and some comedy interlaced. It's a good movie in that context, right? You go and you look at a movie like King Richard, where it talks about a man and his wife who were raising their children's in the out there in the ghetto and
in the ghetto
and keeping them out of the streets and out of the trouble that those places unfortunately are just riddled with, and got them and raised them to be the greatest tennis players that the world has ever known, according to everybody that's in that area. I'm not a tennis player, or have nothing to do with it, but everybody says that they're really good tennis players, and some say they're great. But guess what? Some of the stuff that Will Smith has done in his off-screen life and stuff, most recently, assaulting another man in front of millions and millions of people, I didn't agree with that. I didn't like that. I don't support that. So this analogy that Quantum gives is because you like someone that you have to support every aspect and everything about them. That's not true. That's not true at all.
Yeah.
Okay. There are some. Go ahead.
We've had this conversation before in the podcast. Like, this is what Miss Paradox points out. She says people can't separate the artist from the art.
Exactly.
So we've had this conversation before about people that can't enjoy an artist without having to pull up all the things they've done that are horrible. Because notoriously artists are very troubled and not socially stable people.
Yeah.
So you see things like R. Kelly, and like one of the greatest, if not the greatest R&B singer of all time,
when he just sent to prison.
He was sent to prison for, freaking child traffic, or not child trafficking, but he was trafficking women. And he also, had that sex tape where he did the thing with the 15-year-old girl.
Yeah.
So, it's like, but then therefore, if you enjoy R. Kelly's music, you are now a child trafficker and, pedophile.
Yeah.
So.
It's just, so.
If you read Friedrich Nietzsche, the famous German philosopher, you are now a Nazi. Because the Nazis famously took Nietzsche's writings, even though they were, misinformed mistranslations of Nietzsche's writings, but that was their favorite philosopher. So if you enjoy the writings of Friedrich Nietzsche, you're a Nazi.
100%.
So
segueing into our next, this is a follow-up of, I think it was last week's actually, kind of a follow-up. I'm sure we're not going to introduce you to anything here new that you didn't know, but just kind of a follow-up. Will Smith was banned from the Oscars for 10 years.
Damn.
So,
made an example out of them. They're saying this shit's not happening again.
Yeah. Now,
this is not going to become trendy.
Yeah.
We're not doing this.
No, not at all.
Well, good for the Academy, because that shit's not going to fly,
Now, just to kind of clarify here, what this means or whatever, right? Is it just basically means that Will Smith is not allowed
I have to correct something real quick. This is important.
Okay.
She was 14 and he was found not guilty of those charges. So technically in the eyes of the court, he's innocent.
Exactly. You're exactly right, Mrs. Paradox.
Just to correct the record on that one.
Yeah, Miss Paradox, you're right. He can still be nominated for an Oscar. He can still receive an Oscar. He just cannot be there in person, or he cannot be virtual and make any type of speeches or reception speeches or anything like that. So for 10 years, he's not allowed to speak.
And that's a big chunk, because he's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
He's in his 50s.
Yeah, I believe so.
So he'll be like 60 something by the time he'll be able to go back.
Yeah.
That's brutal. That's got to be a brutal punch to the gut for Will.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is, but the thing of it is too, though,
or a slap to the face. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be here all week.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Horrible today. I'm sorry I'm off. I feel bad. I'm really sick.
So, and some more. I came across this one here now. Before I show this tweet to you guys, and this is in continuation of the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith story here. This is one of those things that is not, and I don't know the context, and I did look into it, and I couldn't find the context of this too much. But I think it's a little, depending on how you look at this, it could be a bad thing, or it could just be nothing at all. Okay. So what happened here was, God, why is it so? Can I go like this? Does it get it? No. How can I get this? Let me go like this here. Get this all up on the screen here for us. So
I mean, not really. He and Jada, Miss Paradox says for the listener,
yeah,
not really. He and Jada protested last year's by not going. It's like, yeah, but they had the choice to not go for a year,
Yeah.
and it's like, if it's nothing,
yeah,
you know, would he have been crying like a little baby when he got the Oscar? I don't know. Food for thought, you know.
yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's nothing.
I think the reason why this is pure speculation. I'm not a licensed therapist or anything like that.
No, we're two shitheads, you know,
Yeah.
giving our opinion. We're not
But
fucking.
if you go back and you look and rewatch that Red Table talk between him and Jada, and they're talking
Yeah.
about the entanglement, and you
Fascinating.
watch
Entanglement, yeah.
yeah, and you watch and you listen to Will, what little he is allowed to speak in that episode.
I'm a cuck.
And then when you look at what happened the night of the Oscars, right? He was laughing, having a good time. The joke was made. She did not find it funny.
He laughed a little too hard at it,
which
too,
is fair
yeah.
enough. He went up and he struck Chris Rock. As he's walking off the stage, Chris Rock says, I just got this shit slapped out of me by Will Smith. Or Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
Yeah.
There was a video release that was put out this last week or maybe week before, whatever. There's a little bit different angle with somebody there in the crowd that had their phone up and going. And it shows Jada Pinkett Smith laughing after Will Smith.
At the joke.
No, laughing
Oh.
after Will Smith struck Chris Rock.
Oh, no way.
Yes, way.
Oh, she's evil. She's
Yeah.
evil. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
crazy.
Yeah,
That's so nuts. Was she Mary Antoinette? Let them eat cake, dude.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, Miss Paradox said she saw it as well. Do you concur what I said, right, Miss Paradox? She 100% was laughing after Will struck Chris Rock. I'm not misrepresenting that, right?
Lifestyles of the rich and the famous. They're always complaining. Sorry.
Yeah, she was laughing. Yeah, so I'm not out of line on that one. So
No.
but anyway, here's a video that was put out. And
That's a good song, by the way. Shout out to the 2000s era pop punk kids, little latchkey kids of the 2000 generation. You are not forgotten.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. I'm a failure too.
Yeah, you're right. She 100% did say that, Nerdy, that she, quote, did not approve of what Will did. She approved of it that night when Will struck, but anyway, let's listen to this video.
All right, let's listen. Yeah, we've strung this out way too long.
So anyway, just I could tell you, this is what I can 100% tell you. Jada Pinkett Smith recorded this video, and Jada Pinkett Smith uploaded this video somewhere. Time frame as far as when this was uploaded, I don't know, but it is a little bit, to me, it is a little bit alarming.
You know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me
Oh my goodness.
if you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just,
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
my social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch Esther at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
Oh boy.
Now, I like again, I
To
don't
be
know.
a fly on the wall of that home.
Yeah.
My God. Just for a day to hear them
You
bicker
know,
endlessly.
it
They make their lives a living hell. Oh my God, to care about your social media presence so much that it divides you and your house. Everyone in that house is $1 million factory. Think about that.
Yeah.
Every member of that household, including the children and the babies, they're $1 million buck factory of social media empire. And they're all going around worried about the little contracts they have with one another and how much the power and influence over one another. It's like Game of Thrones in that house. And Jada is like a literal paparazzi right now. Yeah. Up in Will's face. And he's like, I'm trying to live my life at home. And you're sitting here unprompted, asking me questions.
But here's a question though, right? Right now, because it has came out and has been announced that all these deals that Will Smith had working, he had movie deals that they were being worked on. There was deals with Netflix that he was working on for movies there as well. All that stuff has been axed, right? I mean, everything he had, every iron he had in the fire is now out. It's done, right?
Gone. Gonzo.
So he
is hurting financially.
The only platform this man has right now is social media, right? So I can kind of see where he would be a little bit guarded about what's being put out there and how it's being presented, right?
Wait, is this post the Oscar slap or pre?
I don't know. All I will say is if we look at the little few times that we actually see Jada in this video, right? She's wearing. Let's see here. Yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit. She is wearing a cap, and it does look like she has like a real close cut, or it could be. So, is this?
She's been bald though, right?
No, well, no. She's had different kinds of hair throughout, but here recently she completely totally shaved it, quote unquote, because of the alopecia.
Yeah, we're going through similar journeys, Jay.
Yeah,
appreciate that. Does that mean so? I'm like the perfect person to take away that card from her.
Yeah,
because I have an autoimmune condition too, and I think you should be able to make fun of me all day.
Guess what? I've got an autoimmune. Yeah. I got an autoimmune issue as well.
Yeah, you have the rheums.
I have the rheums. I have the rheumatoid arthritis, which is an autoimmune.
As
disease.
the Dark Tower said, you're like the gunslinger. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I feel like the gunslinger sometimes.
Just a little more festively plump,
Yeah, exactly. But it just so I kind of understand a little bit where he's saying here, but again, we don't know. We don't know exactly the context of when this was shot and stuff, right? So we know that, but. I will say this with these celebrities and things like this, their social media and stuff is because if something comes out that is not a good presentation, dude, that can cost them. I mean, how many times have we seen people get canceled because of some sort of something that was said that was put out on social media, right? So
that's arguably that's because they care about what people think about their image. There's some people that get away with it, and it's like they never cared to begin with about what the brand deal type. They're above the imagery game, like, and that mostly that's comedians though. Yeah, like they get to the social credit to say what they want because they don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like Bill Burr, if you ever listen to the Monday morning podcast with Bill Burr, great show. Famously he does the ad reads and he goofs on them. Yeah, and if he burns an ad or a sponsor or two in the process, he's like, I don't care. I have complete creative control over my podcast, and if they want to be on board, they're on board. Yeah. So I mean, to the not for nothing that could be a thing.
There's only one celebrity that I know about there right now that is completely and totally, and he's proven it, is uncancelable. Cannot be canceled, and he's stated
and that is Gilbert Gottfried.
Nope, that's not Gilbert Gottfried. It's Chris Rock.
Who is it?
It's Chris Rock. You know why?
Why?
Because he produces all of his own music. He does not have an agency. He does not have a record label. Nothing. So he says what he wants to say when he wants to say it. He makes songs that he wants to make when he wants to make them, puts it out. His fans support him solely. He is uncancelable.
But Chris Rock makes music?
Yeah.
What? Oh, we have a caller, by the way. You want to take him, Nerdy John?
Sure. Go ahead. Bring Nerdy John in. I haven't ripped on him lately.
Hey, Nerdy John. Welcome to the show. You are on the air.
Hey. So I got the inside scoop on why why the fight happened, the assault, the first story. See, what had happened was she insulted his outfit, and you don't insult a gay man's outfit.
No,
So
you
he had to put her in her place. Didn't matter what was between her legs at the time, pre or post.
yeah. Or how much
What the
money
hell are
is to be
you
lost.
talking about, nerdy?
You never insult a gay man's clothes. You understand?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the
spend
first
far-
story we did. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They spend far too much time and money preparing that outfit, you know. And they'll be damned if you're gonna sit there and dress them down.
Exactly.
Well, I'll say this much: some of those outfits I've seen you wear, nerdy, you might want to reach out for my brother and get a little help.
Maybe.
Or
Maybe.
go to jackthreads.com. Jackthreads.com. Get your own clothes. No, I'm kidding. We don't have a sponsor. That's a joke. But if they want to sponsor us, if they want to sponsor us, you know, Jackthreads, reach out via
By the way,
email.
did I mention how good Raid Shadow Legends is?
Raid Shadow Legends. Pick mobile phone game extraordinaire. You can play it on your PC now too.
Jeez.
No. The stream, even this 100 subs, they probably would too, like just to get the reach, you know, 100 sub, like sub 100 sub YouTube channel, fucking Raid Shadow Legends ad read.
Yeah, they're like, we gotta reach the southern podcast market.
What if we just ripped what somebody's ad like video for like their ad video given to them by Raid Shadow Legends, and then did our own ad and pretended as if Raid? Well, now we can't because you know I'm spoiled the beans on air, but that would be funny. Like we just did it anyway. We're like, surprisingly, we got sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, and yeah,
It would work 100% too.
yeah, and then they're like free advertisement for Raid, you know, win-win.
Yeah, and you like you still have the code in there too from the other creators, so people are confused.
It adds to their AdSense, yeah.
Yeah.
But you felt like helping out JonTron. Like, why are they shouting out? Go to www.raidshadowlegends.com/JonTron. Wait, JonTron.
Yeah. But like, I think the second story you were talking about with the Quantum, dude, that was insane. And like, if you remember during the beginning of this whole drama, one of the examples against Mischief he was using, what, because like his whole narrative that, well, I had to do this. Mischief is a big bully. One of the thumbnail screenshots that he used was his mini lad video. So Quantum TV, are you defending mini lad? I thought you wanted to protect our children.
Look, I think it's obvious by the way that Quantum is his battle plan, so to speak, is like it's kind of obvious he's illiterate when it comes to like the TOS and legal stuff and good counter arguments, reply videos in general, public image, doing YouTube, audio. I mean, I could go on. You know, like it's horrible. It's a train wreck.
I don't know what you're talking about, Bunny. I like Marcus Brown, the #1 tech YouTuber, always uses his phone to do voiceovers.
And everyone respects his opinion. I mean, you just ask anyone, Quantum TV, what do you think? Does he have good opinions on gay people? LGBTQ?
Dude, doesn't he have good opinions on TVs?
Does he have good opinions on audio equipment? I go to him for all my advice, you know, for my takes for the show. Shocking revelation to the viewer. I know you think that I'm just a pillar of wisdom, but honestly, all of the wisdom and experience I've gotten, I've taken directly from Quantum TV. You know,
I mean, he is the light at the end of the tunnel. He is our savior.
He is the Messiah.
Says a lot about you too. You know what? It really does. It says a lot about you too. I may have to start. I may have to start questioning my own choices in people I associate with.
Too late now. You already sewed yourself to this sinking ship.
I guess so.
We're all drowning together, comrade.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what else you got, Nerdy?
I want to talk about obviously our favorite slap happy person, Will Smith.
Okay.
And dude, like. Let's reverse that scenario with like the Instagram video you showed. Let's reverse that. Imagine if like Will like had his own like podcast or Facebook show or whatever, and he just stuck his phone camera in his wife's face, being like, "Are you excited? Are you excited for our guest today?"
Hey, just give your opinion right now.
Yeah,
I'm taking a shit. Can you? Can you give me a minute?
Yeah, and like here's the thing, right? Because people try to use this argument against like popular YouTubers who do like vlogging and stuff. Like, yeah, just because like your main job is like being in front of a camera, or you're used to being in front of a camera, doesn't mean you like being in front of one 24/7. So when
Well, I
you're
mean, it's a good point to make, because like if you famously like look at Ice Poseidon and Andy Milanakis, their friendship on Twitch. I don't know if you're a fan of them or you watch their live streams, but Ice Poseidon was so concerned with his image, so concerned with his brand, and he's successful. There's a good reason for it. But he ended up burning a bridge with Andy Milanakis because he left him at a hair salon in like Harlem, New York City. You know, because he was concerned that like everyone was like resident sleeper in the chat and stuff. They were getting bored, so they were going elsewhere. And so he just left him there and went to go on his own adventure. So I mean, yeah, to your point, it's not trivial for those people.
Well, just so you know, Will Smith has a YouTube channel. You guys know this, right?
He also has a TikTok.
He has a his YouTube channel.
Does he do flossing? Does he do Fortnite flossing?
Oh, 100%. His YouTube channel has 9.87 million subscribers. The last time he uploaded was 3 months ago, looks like. I think. No, he actually did one 3 weeks ago. So.
Just before the Oscars.
Yeah. YouTube's gonna be like, okay, I'm sorry, Will, we gotta demonetize you.
I don't know. I like being to that level of fame, and you know, always constantly having to worry about like how you're perceived publicly. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that.
So?
Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that.
I wouldn't like that.
Not worth it. I'd rather just be myself and come what may, you know, like say what I want to say, do what I want to do. And then if people don't like that, then, oh, well, it wasn't in the cards, you know?
All right. What else you got for us, Nerdy?
That's just about it. Great show today. I'm glad we could do a little roundup.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Have a good day, Nerdy. We'll catch you later.
Catch you later, man.
So.
Good call.
I have, yeah.
More people should call in.
More people should call in, 100%. Link is in the description down below. Call in, join the Discord. We have all kinds of things out there where you can actually, if there's something that you come across in the news out there that you find interesting or funny or whatever, there's a channel there called Viewer News. Drop the link in the Discord.
Yeah,
in the Discord. Drop the link to the story, and we'll try to use it if possible, if we could, depending on what we've got going on that week for shows.
For sure.
Anyway, you got anything else, Banana?
No, I'm gonna sleep for like 12 hours after this. As soon as I get off the computer, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'm. It's about time for me to go take my
I'm gonna grab like half a bottle of Vicks Vapor Rub and rub it all over my chest and under my nose and in my mouth. And,
there you go.
Yeah.
It's about time for me to take my antihistamine and see if I can't get this stuff where I can, can get back to work tomorrow. So anyway, everybody, take care. Remember, like, subscribe, share out the video to all your friends. Out there on all the different social media links that
96 subscribers.
Yes, we are trying to get to 100. That's our next
4 more.
We get 100, we will have a big 100 sub celebration of some kind. I don't know.
A party.
Exactly. We'll have some.
I'll get a streaming stick and I'll join the podcast from walking around like Dallas or something. Who knows? I don't know.
God.
Yeah.
We'll do something to celebrate. We'll work out something. So anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, are you still streaming over on the Twitch a little bit there?
Yes. Yeah, I got 2 streams in last week.
Okay, cool.
Every now and then I have some issues like pop up to where I can only. But for sure, I will get 1 in every week.
Okay.
I'm playing Elden Ring. I just got done killing the fire giant.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but yeah. So we're getting closer and closer to the final boss. whatever that is.
Well, me and some of my buddies have, we started yesterday, and if I actually felt better, I would have probably streamed some of it, but I just was feeling like absolute butt. But we started playing Minecraft. We've never actually played it. We've never.
Well, that's the gateway to the alt-right. You know that, right?
Okay, whatever. We've never played it, and so we're kind of playing it, exploring it, trying to, what have you.
You never played Minecraft?
I dinked around with it a little bit when my sons were younger, was something
Yeah.
we played, but we never did really anything with it.
I played it when it was in like beta or like post beta. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Whenever it was like barely full released.
It was But last time I played it was just this little old Java file that you ran, and that was it.
Yup. It was an executable. Yeah.
Yeah, and nowadays it's so much more.
Oh yeah.
They've
And
added.
it was like this little screen. It was just a little
Yeah.
tiny box. You had to expand it. It
Yeah.
would always start up in like that little tiny, fourth of the screen.
Nerdy John, playing Minecraft is a good way of not getting accusations thrown your way.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Sea line maker.
You know what, Nerdy? I got something I'd like to throw your way.
These
But
fists, bitch.
I'll Will Smith your ass.
Yeah. Pop you on stage.
But no, but now they've got like all these biomes within you, like
Oh, it's
these
great.
caves and stuff. It's why they've got
Yeah.
bees and they've got all this porpoises.
You can make
and-
honey. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Minecraft is really fucking cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
they've
sink,
really-
sink,
yeah.
sink hours into it. It's fun. I've been
Yeah.
playing Valheim again too with my
Yeah.
buddies.
We're
But the problem is they're
yeah.
like no lives. So like every time I hop, I hop on for the first day we play.
Mhm.
I have a life where I work and I'm being such a dick to my friends. They work too, but they know they spend like 4 or 5 hours on. I just don't have time.
Yeah.
Anyways, so like that after the first day, they're already on to like the frost giants and they're in the plains biome and everything, and I'm still
Yeah.
back with my leather armor. So
Run around killing trees or
I get left
deer and
behind
boar. Deer and boar,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
yeah, I get left behind. So
Well, that sucks, man. So
yeah, they're just little no lifers. That's what they are.
But anyway, I think that's it. Like I say, remember to like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And I guess with that being it, we will see you next Sunday. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same bat time, same bat channels. Remember, guys, keep your powder dry, and we'll see you in the funny papers.
Yeah.